Good morning, good morning, good morning. My name is Tyler Boyd, joined up in the announcer's tower of power with Dano T-Mano. It's T-Mano. I noticed that on the webcast.
Yeah, well, you know, that's the old social media name. The T stands for the, and we are back at the Masters, presented by GM Marine Engine Technology. Saturday morning, bright and early. Just rolled out of bed about 15 minutes ago. Strolled down in my golf cart from the cottages, and everything looks amazing. Another beautiful day here at Robin Lake, the legendary Callaway Gardens, home of the 58th Masters. And oh boy, Tyler, we've got such a great day of action. I'm looking at the heats. We've got all kinds of great stuff going on in the water today, kicking off with the women's and men's trick. Followed up, we got the O'Brien Junior Women Slalom Challenge. We're going to see yesterday's slalom champion and the runner-up from yesterday's junior slalom event. From there, we got pro women's slalom, pro men's slalom. The big dogs are in the house. We got the guys 35 and up. They're going to be out on the water. From there, we go into pro men wake skate. That's going to be around lunchtime, maybe just around 1 o'clock. Pro women wakeboard, pro men wakeboard. We got pro women's jump, pro men's jump. It's all semifinal rounds happening out here today. And then tonight, following the actual Masters, I'm going to be up at the Rockstar Bus. I'm going to be doing a live podcast episode with some of the top names from here at the Masters. And then tonight, the inspirational true story of Matt Manzari. This is mystory.org. They're putting it on 8 to 9 p.m. in the Mountain Creek Ballroom. This is just a story that you guys don't want to miss out on. Matt is a total water sports enthusiast. He was a pro wake skater through the 2000s and ended up in some really testing situations in his life, and this is how he's gotten through it. So be there tonight. It's going to be a rocking good time. But man, you know, we're out here at the Masters, and it's all about the action. It's all about the skiers. It's all about the riders. It's all about the stars on the water.
Well, Dano, you mentioned it, and good morning and welcome to the 58th Masters Water Ski and Wakeboard Tournament presented by GM Marine Engine Technology. Deemed the most prestigious water ski and wakeboard tournament in the world, the Masters has a history of great moments and a special place in the career of each and every athlete honored with the opportunity to compete. The feeling of stepping into the world-renowned pavilion with so many athletes and an elite list who have gone before them creates an outstanding weekend for us all. We are honored and excited to have you today here at beautiful Callaway Gardens and iconic Robin Lake. Please make sure to take advantage of everything we have to offer on site, from the amazing Nautique lineup of boats on display in the Nautique tent to our sponsor exhibits and fun zone full of children activities and so much more. Dano, every year we come, every year it gets better and better here at Callaway Gardens, and a beautiful start to this semifinal round here on Saturday here on Robin Lake.
All right, well, no doubt about that, Tyler, and we have a very special guest up here to kick off the morning up in the Robin's Nest here in Callaway Gardens. I've got Pam Bauer from Callaway Gardens here. Pam, tell everybody what you do here at Callaway.
Hey, good morning, guys. So happy to be back up here, kicking off the morning with you. I'm so honored. I'm the director of brand development and marketing, so I have the best job here.
So how long have you been here at Callaway?
I have a neat story. I started in January this time, but I was here in '99 and 2000 as a young lady starting my career, so coming back home.
Okay, so this isn't your first Masters.
This isn't my first Masters, no. I've watched this from afar, even when I wasn't here at Callaway.
So did you have any like fond memories from back the first couple of times you were at the Masters?
Well, seeing it is believing it, Dano. You know, coming here and seeing this world stage in Pine Mountain, Georgia at Callaway Gardens is it's awe-inspiring. I didn't get it at first, and now that I'm here and back and seeing it grow better and better every year, it's just amazing.
Well, absolutely, and obviously, you know, there's the tradition here with the Masters for 58 years, but if you look into the Gardens in general, this place has been around for a really, really, really long time. But a lot of changes have happened here, and I'm seeing some big changes this year. Can you tell us a little bit about some of those?
Absolutely, yeah. We have a very storied history here at Callaway Gardens with our founders, Casey and Virginia Callaway, seeing the prospective future of saving this land. And now, fast forward 65 years later, we just celebrate our anniversary. We're looking to support this property for another 65 years and for the generations beyond that. And how we do that is having a successful resort where guests come and stay overnight, and then we can put those funds into the gardens and continue to prosper. And what you can see as you're here at Robin Lake Beach is the first step in that plan, which is the lodge and spa and the amazing resort lake view. Did you check that out, Dano?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I always have my, I always walk around. I'm always checking out whatever I can whenever I have my opportunity to hop off the microphone. Now I'm gonna keep chatting with you right here. We got one of our stars on the water. We're kicking off with the trick ski division. I don't know how familiar you are with trick skiing, but trick skiing is almost like a ballet on the water. You're going to see spins, you're going to see twists, you're going to see inverted maneuvers, flips. You're going to see they're going to put their toes up into the rope and handle, and they're not even going to use their hands. We've got the top ladies, the top men. We actually have France's Clementine Lucine on the water. Clementine is a longtime veteran. She was a world record holder going all the way back to 2004. Fast forward, here we are, 2017. At 34 years old, Clementine Lucine is still at the top of her game. And we're going to bring her through. I'm going to have Tyler walk us through this pass, and then I'm going to get you, Pam, back on the microphone to talk a little bit about some of the festivities going on this weekend.
All right, here we go with Clementine Lucine, the first one off the dock in this heat of 6 in the semifinal round, wrapped in that toe hold. And here we go with the toe 7 front to front, nicely executed there into toe 5 back, holds edge into toe wake back to back, now the reverse direction. Nice surface tricks right there, getting set up in and out of the rope, spins into a toe wake O. Now for the toe step maneuver. There's a toe step line O, and Dano just going down there for Clem, and you can see she did the trick going from a 360 inside out, and then as she came back in, tried to step over the line and just got caught up in the rope.
It's a whole lot of stuff going on at one time there. Well, we're going to get her back down the lake, and we're going to bring her back through for her hand pass. Before we do that, we got Pam Bauer from Callaway Gardens up here. And so, Pam, obviously we've got the Masters and we've got the amazing action from all of these athletes and the vendors row and everything. But looking around the lake, you can obviously see that there's some other stuff going on here. And in fact, last night I wasn't staying too far, and I heard a little Finding Dory up on the speakers around here. So tell us a little bit about some of the Memorial Day weekend festivities.
Absolutely, you got to make it a weekend. There's something action-packed every night. So after you come off the water here at the Masters, we've got plenty of activities in the evening too. Last night's movie on the beach with Finding Dory, but tonight we've got the regulars starting our summer concert series. We're happy to kick that off at 7 p.m. tonight. So be sure to be ready for that. And then, of course, what everyone always looks forward to, our fireworks extravaganza.
Yeah, the show last year was insane. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, man, this is better than 4th of July.
We are so pumped about it, and we're so happy from our friends at GM Marine Engine Technology for helping us sponsor that. And it is spectacular over this beautiful lake, looking at Pine Mountain Ridge. We say, it's going to happen at dark, of course. Don't miss out. Be down here by 9 o'clock. You don't want to miss out on these fireworks. And then the fun doesn't stop tonight. Look at our schedule of events. We got an action-packed on Sunday. Across the beach, you can see our Aqua Island, which, if you got out on that yet, you need to go play.
One of these days, I'm going to get out there.
Excellent. Well, we've got a lot of activities for everyone of every age of the family, so plenty of reasons to come out to Callaway Gardens here at Robin Lake Beach or get in the gardens and play.
Okay, so now as we transition from spring into summer, I know there's going to be some other changes here as far as events, and I know that you guys have seasonal operations out here. So what are some of those seasonal operations?
Absolutely. We are a place of 4 seasons. Gardens in the spring. Here we go into summertime and the beach activities. Get out on the water. We have these amazing lakes, and we love to see the activity with the water ski and wakeboard. Our Summer Family Adventure program kicks off next weekend. It's a camp for families. It's so cool. The mom and dad can go hang out. Kids can be out on these amazing Nautique boats, learning how to ski. We've got maybe some future champions coming up this summer. And then fall is beautiful here. We're at the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, and the leaves are just gorgeous. And then we kick off with Fantasy and Lights and Christmas at Callaway. So the fun never stops, Dano.
All right, well, I'm going to have you tell everybody here in a moment how they can find out more about all of that online. But right now, let's bring Clementine Lucine back through. This is going to be pass number 2. This is going to be her hand pass. Tyler Boyd, get as tech as you want, buddy.
All right, here we go with Clementine, starting from inside the wake, traveling out, wake 5 back into ski line back-to-back turns front, now ski line back from inside, traveling out. Back roll, those are the traditional back rolls into the opposite direction. Now lands half twist, brings that edge, turns back front, back, back to back. That's a 360 from one direction to the other, and then ends it with a half cab. So that was a solid run there for Clementine Lucine. I know she was disappointed to go down a little bit early on those toe tricks, but that's the way the veteran comes back on pass number 2.
Well, absolutely, Tyler. That hand pass was exactly what she was looking for, flawless all the way through and through, and I think that she's definitely going to earn some good points for that one. She's setting the tone for the rest of the field as she comes back to shore. She comes from France. Give it up for Clementine Lucine.
Biggest boss, and I've been a trillist.
All right, so we're going to turn that boat around. We're going to link up our next skier, Whitney McClintock, coming up originally out of Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, now doing it out of Orlando, Florida. Got Pam Bauer from Callaway Gardens up here, and Pam, we just talked about the seasons and all the great events from throughout the seasons. I'm going to just real fast tell you my favorite activity that I've done here. So, well, first I'll start. My parents got the golf cart yesterday for the first time. They're 6 years. They finally got the golf cart, and they loved the Bird of Prey show. They were over there. They were there yesterday. It was so much fun. But myself, my girlfriend Jane, last year, we went out with the crew from SeaDeck Marine Products, and we had the opportunity to go on the Treetop Adventure, and we signed back up for this year.
Oh, good. I was just about to say we got to get you back out there.
Yeah, it's such a great time, and what I liked about it is I'm a little bit nervous about heights, and also, you know, I do ski, I do wakeboard, but I'm not that much of an adventurer, right? But you guys made me feel safe. It was fun, and it was doable, you know?
Absolutely. You know, we can put you from water up into the air here at Callaway, so get you back out on Treetop Adventure.
Well, no doubt about it. We got Whitney McClintock hitting the water right there. We're going to take her down. We're going to turn her around. We're going to bring her back on through. Pam, before we do that, if anybody out there watching in Webland, or even the folks here on site or who can hear us around the gardens right now, maybe they're interested in getting involved in some of the activities this weekend, or maybe even later on in the summer. I know you have a big 4th of July festival coming up as well. So if they want to find out more about that, what do they have to do?
Absolutely. Need to hit our website, CallawayGardens.com. We always have our events posted. But follow us socially, too, Facebook and Instagram, and you can see things happening in real time, learn what is going on, and stay in touch with us.
All right. Well, no doubt I will do that myself. Pam Bauer, thanks a ton, girl.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Have an awesome day.
All right, guys. Well, that's Pam Bauer. You heard it right there. We'll give you guys those announcements all throughout the day, let you guys in and know where you can find out more about Callaway Gardens. Trust me when I say you don't want to miss out on this place, whether you're here for the Masters or just any weekend in general. But right now, let's put it down to the water. Coming up, guys, she is one of the top overall skiers around the world. This is Whitney McClintock.
All right, here we come with Whitney, and she's going to start in that toe hold. You got to remember, Whitney is a 3-time Trick Masters champion, so she can definitely get into this next round. Toe 7 front to front, into the toe 5 back, toe wake back to back, into the reverse. Toe back to back's there, into toe 5 front, spins out nicely. Catches her balance a little bit, and there's the toe wake O. Now for the toe steps. There's the toe step line O, into the toe step back, turns front, back, and toe wake back to back. Dano knocking it down. You can see her try to find her rhythm at the beginning of that run and was able to ease into it because those toe steps, so important, you know, right up there, you know, with the toe run, with the value of those flips. You got to get them in if you're going to get in the next round.
Absolutely, and you know, watching Whitney out there, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this is probably the hardest portion of the Masters for a skier, getting through that first pass of the day on the on their first day. But Whitney goes out there, makes it look easy. Another thing that I want to point out is how impressed I am with Whitney's trick ski credentials, because no doubt she's got the body of a slalom skier, and she is a very well decorated slalom skier, but she's a taller skier. She's got the length, and it's always so impressive to see what she's capable of on that trick ski.
Well, you take a look at the credentials in slalom, trick, overall, and to win here 3 times back in 2009, 2010, 2011, those dates kind of show us how long she's been competing here. I mean, I remember.
But that's not even her days as a junior.
That doesn't even count her days as a junior. I mean, she has been competing here for a long time, so she's very familiar with Robin Lake, needs to come back on pass number 2. And if you're just tuning in on the webcast or you're here on site live for the first time, this is the trick event. We get 2 20-second passes. They are scored. You cannot repeat a trick, and they're all tallied up to get an aggregate score at the end of the day. We're going to tape, I believe, the top 4 scores into the next round of competition, which will be tomorrow. And Dano, tomorrow we crown our 2017, our 58th Masters trick champions.
And yeah, absolutely. And you know, yesterday we were out here at the 25th Junior Masters. We crowned some new champions down there. We saw some incredible feats out there as well. And the juniors set the tone for the big show here this weekend. We've got the pros on the water. Whitney McClintock getting ready to come back down the line, pass number 2. Skies are beautiful. The tree lines are beautiful. The water conditions are perfect. And of course, the legendary wakes behind that Nautique 200 are perfect for this trick event. We've got Whitney McClintock coming down the line. Back to you, Tyler.
Here we go, the handle run. So 20 seconds here, had a stand-up first run. Starts over the wake, back position, and there is a Mo back-to-back, holds that edge for the reverse, nicely done, turns front, back roll into the, a half twist, so sneaks in the half twist there, now goes reverse, turns front, skis back into the wake, wake 5 front to wake 5 back, now to ski line back-to-back, ski line back, and taking that one all the way down Robin Lake.
Well, that's it, no doubt. Team Nautique athlete Whitney McClintock out there doing what she does best, competing in high form. Nicely done, 2 stand-up passes, and we may be looking at our new leader right there. We're going to wait for those scores to post, but we saw Clementine Lucine, but as she comes back to the pavilion, do what you do, Masters. Give it up for Whitney McClintock.
Ain't no place to run. Forgive me for my wrongs, I have just begun. Ain't no mercy.
Well, you know, one of the things about getting up here bright and early, that sun is bright up here in the announcer's tower of power. And Dano, you brought a fan today.
I did. Well, you know, I'm going to be going to Japan a little bit later on this year, so I've been getting myself prepped for that. I brought my little fan up here. It's perfect. I got this on my last trip to Japan.
Outstanding.
So, absolutely. But let's get back to talking about this women tricks division. Clementine Lucine, Whitney McClintock, 2 veterans. Another veteran, Natalia Czerwonka, followed up by 3 young ladies who have truly been making their mark in tricks over the last few years, with Erica Lang setting, 2 to 3 world records in the past 3 years or so. Neely Ross, who's been putting scores up last year in juniors that were never seen. And of course, breaking into the pro division at the U.S. Open. And Anna Gay, of course, setting another world record just weeks ago, or a week ago or 2. So absolutely insane. But from Belarus, on the water right now, guys, this is Natalia Czerwonka. And Natalia, another skier who has pretty much done it all. 9 world records, a European champion, a world champion, and of course, a Masters champion. She's held course records out here in different divisions throughout her career. She's a Nautique team skier. She skis out and trains with her husband, John Travers, at Jack Travers Water Ski School. Nautique boats, Camaro wetsuits, Masterline, Goodman skis, D3 skis, and good. So not only is she being supported by the industry, she's helping to support our great industry as well. We're going to bring her back down the line behind that record-breaking ski Nautique 200. What is it, 4 records already this year, Tyler?
It's incredible, and it's one of the reasons why these skiers have been able to take this sport to the next level. And here we go with Natalia Czerwonka, pass number 1, going with the toe hold. So 20 seconds here, and let's see what Natty can do on pass number 1. Wrapped up in that rope and going to get things started with that toe 7 front to front. Now into the toe 5 back. Holds that edge so nicely into the toe wake back-to-back series. And now she's going to move in and out of the rope, Dano, for those toe steps. Inside out on the toe wake go. There is the toe step lino, beautifully executed right over her ski, turns back at the very end, toe wake back-to-back. And easy work. You can see and I talk about this every year, about Natalia's fundamentals of just staying over the top of her ski. And when she gets into those toe wake series, she doesn't move. I mean, she's just a top. She just spins in a very, very good direction every time over the top of her ski and lands solid and clean, which allows her to get those tricks in at the very end. Dano, usually we see 13 to 14 tricks in these passes, and Natalia's efficiency there, I think she probably got them all in.
You know, and something else that we want to point out that's so special about that run, and you know, I've been announcing for the wakeboard divisions for 15 years of my life, and I only broke into announcing for water skiing maybe 5 or so years ago. But what I think a lot of people don't understand, in wakeboarding, to give you an example, we've got the 180, but there's 12 different ways of doing that 180, and on some of those toe steps that she's doing there, she's cutting into the wake in one direction, but she's spinning her body in a blind direction, and it's so much more difficult than these athletes really make it look like. And in one way, it's cool. The tricks actually have a point value. Unfortunately, it's not subjectively judged for these skiers. But with me saying that, it doesn't reflect on how difficult those tricks actually are.
You bring up a good point there, Dano, and traditionally when you're edging towards the wake, you're going to turn in that direction, but sometimes depending on where you're at in the program, you're not on the wake you want to be on, or you're inside needing to travel outside, so you'll turn in the opposite direction, almost in an inverted direction, going against the grain, so to speak. Very difficult, but Natalia makes it look so easy.
Well, we're not judges, so in my book, I'll give her some extra points for that one. I'll give her some style points for that one. But of course, this is traditional water skiing. Point values are set. The judges' eyes are on those screens, and these skiers have put these programs together. They've been working on for a long, long time. Natalia setting up for this next pass, starting off with that 540 out of the wrap, right back in, going line over, and then another line over, right back in. There's a roll from the opposite direction, heel side, toe side roll. There's the roll to revert, and unfortunately right there, coming around, over-rotating, and catching the tail of her ski on that one. And let's go back to instant replay right here and check out exactly what happened on this.
Well, and as you take a look at replay, Natalia is moving down the lake with a lot of efficiency here. There was the first back roll, the second back roll, and it looks like she came down right on the backside of the wake and catches that tail. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Natalia Czerwonka.
Two trailer park girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside.
All right, well, a couple of announcements I want to make before we move on. The Morning of Champions Chapel service is going to be held tomorrow morning from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. That's going to be over at the Mountain Creek Inn Ballroom. The service is open to everyone, so please feel free to join in worship. Once again, the Morning of Champions Chapel service, 8 a.m. tomorrow at the Mountain Creek Ballroom. Also, don't forget, you guys can come celebrate with the athletes and the event sponsors as the Masters champions are crowned at the 2017 Awards Banquet. Awards Banquet tickets are on sale now, so make sure to stop up at the administration trailer just behind the pavilion to purchase your tickets today. There's a limited number of tickets available, so get them while you can. Banquet tickets must be purchased by 2 p.m. on Sunday. Cost is $45 for adults, $30 for children. We got a skier linked up. We got some points up on the board. Natalia with a score of 6,000. 280 points total right there. We'll get you the scores for other skiers in a moment, but first things first, we're going to get this next athlete out onto the water, originally from Gilbert, Arizona. She now calls Orlando, Florida, hometown. Folks, she is a past national champion, a world champion, a Moomba Masters champion, a Masters champion, all in trick ski. She's a national wakeboard champion and world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, for Nautique Boats, D3 Skis and Fox, this is Erica Lang.
Well, the exciting thing here is we are into our top 3 seeds. All of these competitors, Dano, can trick over that 10,000 point mark. So it's going to be very exciting to see what programs they have here in the semifinal. With that being said, as we get these scores posted, Erica's had the opportunity to look at the runs today and, maybe change it up a little bit. I don't know. Needs just enough to get into the next round of competition tomorrow. So let's see what Erica can put together. You said it, 2015 Masters champion out here, so has the experience, no question about it, has pretty much won every major competition in the last 3 to 4 years in this trick skiing event. So Erica Lang, our 3rd seed behind that Nautique 200. Let's see what she can put together. She might be the first competitor of the day to open up with that handle run, Dano, so we'll wait to see what happens here, and indeed it does. It looks like Erica's going to come in 20 seconds on this handle run, and here we go. Starting outside the wake, edges out, and she is in the course in the back position. There is the flip back-to-back series, stomps that one, over the top front flip, now into a half twist, into the reverse half twist, holds edge, and goes for half cab right there, skis in, ski line O, into the back position, wake 5 front into wake 5 back, front back, and just getting those tricks at the very end, Dano, and those could make the difference. A quick wake back-to-back surface back-to-back series and some side slides at the end for Erica Lang. We've seen it come down to 20, 40, 10 points. Everything makes the difference.
Well, absolutely. Erica Lang seems to be so focused. Over the last 2 seasons or so, she's been kind of spreading her focus across the board in towed water sports. She's found quite a bit of success in the realm of professional women's wakeboarding. In fact, this year, kicking off the season at Moomba Masters in the wakeboard division, she took a top 3 finish. She did the same thing at the Nautique Wake Open down in Orlando, Florida. So this is my first time getting the opportunity to see Erica back out on the trick ski for 2017. And she is definitely looking to be in good form out there. An amazing hand pass right there. No doubt she's a specialist at that. She was really pushing the level of those hand tricks for the ladies over the last 3 to 4 to 5 seasons. And yesterday we saw it in the junior division where we saw one of the guys actually do 2 full hand passes. I don't think we're going to see it today, but I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Erica be like one of the first ladies to actually come in and put together 2 full hand passes, because she's got some big tricks, and I think she even left a couple of her tricks out in that run.
Yeah, there's no question she could do some more flips right there. So, I think that is a nice, easy, conservative run there for Erica, just trying to build her way, get into the final round, and then tomorrow, obviously going to challenge for the top of the podium if she can punch her ticket here. Dano, we touched on this a little bit yesterday. If you're wondering what the skiers are doing at the far end of the lake, they have the option to change skis, and most of them these days will change skis at each end of the lake for a toe hold ski and a handle ski. Many different reasons why, some length, some width, some edge, rubber edge. It's really the preference of the skier and what they've been training to do. But even yesterday, we had some handle changes, right? So, you got more of an open handle instead of with a toe strap. So very technical in the trick event still. A lot of times we talk about it in the slalom event, but there is a lot of equipment changes going on sometimes with these athletes.
All right, well, we're going to bring her back through. This is going to be the toe pass from Erica Lang as she sets up for one more amazing run of fun here for all of us. Coached by the likes of Richard Ableton and Mark Betzel, who's also given me some coaching in my days, my early days. But here we go, guys, as she sets up. Tyler, take it away.
There's the toe 7 front to front into toe 5 back, toe wake back to back, into reverse, toe back to back reverse. Now there's the toe 5 front, toe O into the reverse, grabs that rope, toe wake O. Now the toe step lino, gets that one in there, toe step back, holds that edge in, toe step back to back, turns front, side slide reverse back, wake front. All right, so Dano, 2 20-second pass stands up right there, and I think that's probably going to be enough to get into the, we got to get down to the judges, but that's probably going to be enough to get into tomorrow's round.
Well, no doubt. She had the liberty of sitting back and watching the first 3 skiers there, so she knows exactly what she needs to do. She's a veteran. She's been in the position on so many occasions. As she comes back to shore, let's give it up for her, folks. Team Nautique skier, this is Erica Lang. And we come down to the final 2 skiers of this semifinal round of action. Going to be followed up by the pro men trick division. 6 of the top names: Martin Coleman, Pierre Bellon, Frank Desboyaux, Adam Pickos, Josh Bryant, Alexei Zornacec. Going to battle it out. From there, we go into the O'Brien Junior Women head-to-head. Pro women slalom semifinal, pro men semifinals, big dog slalom, and then we get on the boards. All right, well, setting up next, 15 years old, out of Winter Garden, Florida, representing for Team Nautique out there on the water. We've got Neely Ross coming up next, and Neely, Tyler, I've been following a little bit through the social media feed. Of course, last year and the year before, the Nautique US Open had the opportunity to announce for her out there as well. But Neely has been on an absolute tear and breaking in for her first Masters. I know we've seen her in the Junior Masters, but in the women's jump event, in the women's trick event, this is going to be her first appearance in the 58th in the Masters. So really looking forward to seeing that. We did see Neely compete yesterday in the junior division. I believe we saw her slalom. We saw her slalom. And there she is, guys. Give it up as she hits the water. That's Neely Ross.
Well, Dano, you're touching on this a little bit. I mean, at 15 years of age, the second seed here, Neely Ross taken to the water. One of those trick skiers capable of that 10,000 point mark. We're going to be tuned in closely. We're still waiting for Erica Lang's score, but I think Erica's probably going to be in the lead with those stand-up 20-second passes. So here we go. Neely Ross, 3 events trick skier. 3 against skier here in the trick event. You have her out on the lake right now, and she knows that Anna Gay, the current world record holder, is on the dock. So it's a great thing right here. 8,980 points for Erica Lang, so I believe that pushes her into the first position, and we'll get confirmation from the judges. But here we go. Dano, this is going to be something real special, and the technical ability and the fundamentals, so good here from Neely Ross. Let's take a look as she comes down at Robin Lake behind that Nautique 200, wrapped up into that rope. Looks like it's going to be that toe 7. Look at the balance right there, just prepping for this toe 7. Doesn't even need the hands on the handle. Here we go. Toe 7 front to front into toe 5 back. Very quick, in and out of the rope. You can see the efficiency in and out of each and every trick. And here we go into the toe wake O into toe step line O. Nails that one, turns front and toe step back to back at the very end and gets the wake front and some side slide reverse. You can see, Dano, so easy. I mean, relax coming into the course, not even controlling the rope with her hands. 20-second passes, no problem.
Well, the focus was there for sure, and the tricks, the abilities. Neely Ross really put it down. She came here knowing what she wanted to do, and she did just that out there on the water. She came through that line, knocking out each one of those tricks, and maybe one tiny little bobble in her run there, But, we were talking about that subjective judging, and fortunately, in this trick ski event for these skiers, those bobbles aren't going to count really against them. They're not being subjectively judged. It's all about getting those tricks knocked out. Doesn't have to be pretty, although in most cases it is.
Well, and Dano, to get credit in the trick skiing event, the ski, when they're traveling into a rotation, whether it's a 180, a 360, whatever the rotation is, the ski must continue to turn and complete the revolution to get credit. And as they're traveling in and out of these wakes, to get clearance for a wake trick, that ski must leave the wake, complete the revolution, and land for them to get credit as well. So it's very important that they're keyed in. They may have a bobble with their upper body, but that ski is always moving off the top of the wake or in a direction to complete the revolution, and beautifully performed. I mean, right there, if she can knock down pass number 2, I think we're going to see her in the finals.
All right, we'll find out here. So as it sets right now, Erica Lang in the lead with Whitney McClintock right behind her. So Erica's already punched that ticket in to the final round of action. Whitney McClintock, Clementine Lucine, and Natalia Czerwonka on that bubble with Neely Ross out there on the water, who's just set down an amazing first pass, toe turns, and she's going to get back up on the water. She's going to come back through. This is going to be her hand pass here. Get ready for some excitement. Get ready for some big, big tricks, some solid-looking spins. Here she is, folks, Neely Ross, 15 years old, representing Canada via Winter Garden, Florida. Let's get down to the water. Let's check it out.
Here we go, pass number 2. Neely Ross had a great pass number 1. Let's see what she can do here as she enters that course behind that Nautique 200. Wrapped up in that rope on the outside of the wake, travels in, and she is in the trick course with a wake 5 back, ski line back-to-back turns front into ski line back to front. Front flip, first time we've seen the front flip as the first flip. And there's half twist, turns front, now goes reverse, holds that back edge, goes half cab, back, mow back to back. Can she get this last one in? There's the reverse and turns front. So gonna be interesting here, Dano. She opened up with that front flip, but had a little bobble, so only 20 seconds. The question for the judges is that last mow back-to-back going to be in time? But I think still it's going to be enough.
All right, well, we'll find out here. She comes back to shore, guys. She's going to be stoked on this one. Hopefully y'all are as well. Give it up for Neely Ross. All right, well, all throughout the day, you guys have a great chance of winning some amazing prizes. There are a ton of beautiful Nautiques at the site all weekend long. If you guys take a photo of your favorite, do that for a chance to win a Super Air Nautique G23 remote control boat. Post your photo to Instagram, tag Nautique Boats at Nautique Boats. Use the hashtag Nautique Masters for your chance to win. Also, guys, be sure to visit the Nautique booth. Fill out at the Enter to Win form before 3 o'clock. Nautique's giving away a brand new GoPro 5 session to one lucky winner. Must be 18 or older and present to win, so stop over at the booth right now. Sign up, super easy. Fill out that Enter Win form, and maybe you'll take home a GoPro 5 sessions today. You never really know. Speaking of Team Nautique, we're going to get back at it, back out onto the water, keep moving it down the line. Folks, representing for Team Nautique, Masterline, Quantum Skis, Eagle Wetsuits, and 2U Snacks. She's a current world record holder. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Anna Gay.
You can see me on the Riviera dressed like a playboy.
Anna Gay,
you can catch
taking
me
the
up in
win,
Riviera.
a U.S. Open champion, a world champion, the Pan Am Trick champion, a Junior Moomba Masters Trick champion. She took that win earlier this year, the Junior World Champion. Pretty much any championship in trick skiing that you can win right now, Anna is currently holding that title. So pretty stoked for her to be out there. She's been progressing her skiing, of course. Anna Gay, the gay name coming, it's synonymous with the world of a trick ski. Of course, her father, Russell, one of the top skiers of all time. We've seen him at the Masters on so many occasions. her younger brother. He's an up-and-coming trick skier as well. So really, really, really stoked and ready to watch the action upon us here on the waters of Robin Lake with your current world record holder, Anna Gay. And don't forget it happened behind that Nautique 200.
You're right, Dano. I mean, she holds the current world record with 10,610 points, has a pending world record of 10,880, so almost knocking on the door of 11,000 points here. Here's your top seed in this semifinal heat, Anna Gay. Let's see what she can do. Here we go. Toe 7 front to front into toe 5 back. Toe wake back to back, now the reverse. Toe back to back series, nicely executed into toe 5 front. Toe O maneuvers into toe wake O. Toe step line O, nicely executed into toe step back. Turns front, turns back again. Toe step back to back, toe wake front. Gets the side slide and just going down at the end. But still, maybe loses one trick right there, but she was just getting in those side slides. Dano, the speed in which Anna Gay was traveling at the beginning of that run and that program, you can see why she's tricking almost at that 11,000 point mark as we take a look at the replay right here. To be efficient like that is just unbelievable, and it gives her some room to get some big toe step maneuvers at the end of the run.
You know, just going down the line, you know, almost seamless, like you mentioned, from trick to trick right there. And, you know, as you said, Tyler, going down there at the end, maybe losing one at trick, but not going to lose really that many points on that one. The big tricks happened all the way, I would say about 97% of the way through the run. Those extra tricks at the end, obviously just a little bit of fluff, just trying to throw those extra points up on the board. She knows what she needs to do. I know from the day she was born, she's been around trick ski excellence. She was bred to be the best, and showing you guys that she's in a pretty solid position as the top seed moving in to this semifinal round. She got to sit back. She knows what she needs to do, and looking forward to seeing it. But right now we've got a score posted. Neely Ross with a score of 9,200 points. So Neely, our new leader, followed up by Erica Lang with 8,980 points. 50 points behind her is Whitney McClintock, and that has pushed Clementine Lucine onto the bubble, with Anna Gay coming back down the line for one more pass. Tyler, it's gonna come down to this hand pass right here, but trust me when I say you put this girl in a pressure cooker, and she knows exactly what she needs to do. She's gonna come out, she's gonna throw it down, and I am really, really excited. I'm hoping to see some, possibly a new course record in this women's division.
That could possibly happen, and it was awesome yesterday in the juniors. We witnessed Dominique Grandin-Allard taking down that record in the jump event by 1/10 of a meter. So, you know, the score is so close, the competition's so high. Here with Anna Gay in the semifinal round, we definitely could see a course record, and we'll tune into those course records throughout the day, because there's going to be some exciting skiing. You're not going to want to miss it or go anywhere. Anna is up, and she is ready. That Nautique 200 is circling at the far end of the lake. Let's see what our top seed can do on pass number 2. Great stand-up pass number 1, so she just needs to get through this one, and we will see her tomorrow in the final round. Anna Gay coming in, pass number 2, and it looks like she is going to wrap up in the rope and ski back into the wake, and it looks like a wake 5 back. Holds the edge into ski line back to back, turns front, ski line back, turns front again. Front flip over the top, beautifully performed, into half twist. Now the reverse, holds that edge, a little slack in the line, but controls it. Now for the Mo back-to-back series. There's 1, there's 2, there's some back-to-backs at the end. It's so easy, Dano, it's so easy. To pull it over the top with that front flip, and then to go back into the flips, so difficult, but Anna makes it look so easy.
No doubt about it. That front flip, just incredible here as we watch it back on instant replay here in her first series of tricks, starting off, you know, with the 540 and the line overs. There's that front flip straight up over the top, perfectly executed. Back to shore, guys. Give it up for Anna Gay. All right, guys. Well, in addition to building the world's best towboats, Nautique has been dedicated to making a difference off the water, working with charitable organizations all over the world as a part of the Nautique Cares initiative. The world's best ski boat, the world's best wake boat, and a company that cares, that's Nautique, guys. And at Nautique, they're driven to innovate, and for 2017, the attention to detail has never been greater. New technology, comfort, convenience, function, and style have been integrated into every one of the world-class Nautique boats with features to enhance the unmatched experience that they continue to deliver. When your life on the water is in a Nautique, you expect nothing less. Check out all the new innovations on site or at nautique.com. So big shout out and a thank you to those guys at Nautique. Guys, don't forget there's going to be a Team Nautique autograph signing later today at the tent that's coming up at 12 noon. Make sure you stop by and meet and greet with your favorite skiers out there. Also, tonight, Saturday night, remember when the competition ends, still plenty of fun going on across the lake at the East Beach. There's a kids zone, miniature golf, aqua island, and paddle boats. They're open till 7 p.m., so don't miss out. After that, live music scheduled. We've got a live DJ from 11 to 7. That's all day long. Then the regulars tonight, 7 p.m. Beach party happening tonight. Fireworks. And then, it's just going off all weekend long. Tomorrow there's going to be more DJs. From 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., the Rad Tads band's going to be out here. Guys, it's just an awesome weekend. Experience Callaway Gardens the best way by taking advantage of all of the fun stuff that you can do around here, from the thrilling treetop adventure to all the other stuff. I'm talking about like the Birds of Prey show. If you guys want to find out more, it's CallawayGardens.com, or you guys can just stop over at the Discovery Center. GM Marine, when the water beckons, don't let an unreliable engine strand you on shore. Instead, ride the perfect wake from behind the latest Nautique boat, powered by the proven performance and reliability of PCM engines featuring GM Marine engine technology. Find out more at gmmarinepower.com. They also have their booth right here on site. The official non-skid supplier for the Masters and Nautique boats is SeaDek Marine Products. SeaDek is the industry leader in custom non-skid products, comfortable, durable, and stylish, and they're made right here in the USA. The highest quality closed cell foam materials, and they're available in a wide range of colors and patterns. Now, you guys want to take your boat, maybe you've got like an old boat, you want to get that thing fixed up, you want to get rid of the stinky, moldy carpet, put some SeaDek in there. SeaDek has hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of custom options for you. But the beautiful thing is, if you guys go to SeaDek.com, you can find a SeaDek certified fabricator and installer in your area worldwide. These guys will come out, they'll measure your boat, and they'll work with you from start to finish to do something custom for your boat so you can have a one-of-one. It's pretty cool. I recommend you guys get online, go to SeaDek.com. That's SeaDek.com, because your boat deserves better. It deserves SeaDek. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, keeping it going here. A little simulation pass out there on the water, courtesy of that Nautique 200. And I want to let you guys know tonight, Wake Skate film premiere, guys. Come watch the premiere of Miracle Matt, a story of one of the top wake skate athletes in the world who miraculously survived back-to-back life-threatening accidents. Make your plans to join us tonight, 8 to 9 p.m. Completely free. The event's happening at the Mountain Creek Inn. Limited seating, so come early, otherwise you're going to have to stand. That's not a bad thing. You can have a chance to meet Matt Manzari himself and hear his inspiring story. For more information, stop by the This Is My Story booth. You don't want to miss out.
And it looks like the trick results are in. Anna Gay, 10,220 points. Neely Ross, 9,200. Erica Lang, 8,980. And Whitney McClintock, 8,930. So that is going to be our group of skiers that we will see in the final round of competition. And for all those trick skiers in the event, your pink sheets are going to be right under the pavilion and are now available. We are moving into the men's semifinal trick event, and look at this lineup. First off the dock is going to be Martin Coleman, followed by Pierre Bellon, Frank Desboyaux, Adam Pickos, Joshua Bryant, and top seed Alexei Zornacec. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, from the Czech Republic, Martin Coleman. Now, Martin has had some success here at the Masters as a junior, Dano, and it wasn't too many years ago that we were up here announcing him. A very accomplished overall skier, and now training at Louisiana Monroe for the Warhawks and also at Corey Pickos' ski school. This guy can get it done on a slalom trick and jump ski, no question about it. And here he is today on a trick ski, going to start off these men's here in the semifinal round. You take a look at the credentials. I mean, accomplishments at world tournaments, the Masters, going back to 2016, just last year, placed 5th here in tricks, scoring 9,990 points, has a personal best of 11,610 points. So there's quite possibly we could get into the mid-11s here in this round. Here we go, Martin Coleman, toe 7 front to front, into toe 5 back. Oh, loses balance a little bit, but is able to catch it. Surface back-to-backs there, into toe 5 front real quickly. Toe O into toe wake O. Now for the toe step maneuvers. There's the toe step line O into toe step back, turns front, edges in. Toe step 5, that's the first one of those we've seen today, into toe step back-to-back. So Dano, a toe step 540. We sometimes see it where the skier wraps into the rope and uses that rope as leverage to spin them out into a 540-degree turn there. Martin doesn't even need that. Just edges in, solid front side edge, beautifully performed.
Man, a mix between style and power. The ability of Martin is quite impressive. Another thing I didn't really realize from last year is how tall of a guy Martin actually is. And once again, we talked a little bit about that with like the likes of Whitney McClintock, having that build of a trick skier. You know, normally I would think a trick skier would be a little bit of a more compressed athlete, but he's got the length, he's got the tallness, but the balance that he was able to show out there, had a couple of bobbles, but was able to pull through. But, you know, up here we may have thought they were bobbles, but that may have been the way he sets himself up into position. Once again, these guys are not being judged on style, they're being judged on execution.
Absolutely, and you speak to it. Really, the body style, traditionally, you know, we've seen trick skiers be a bit shorter, but as long as you're over the top of the ski, you know, you could be 6 foot tall and get through these tricks no problem, as long as you remain over the top of the ski. And you see Martin just go through that toe run with some very difficult maneuvers. I mean, he had the whole bag of tricks in there, from toe 7 front to front and to a toe step 5. So here we go. Now he's playing into his strength. He's got the handle run next. These are going to be big flips, big ski line maneuvers. We could see some flips that we haven't seen this year yet here at the Masters. We could see the Mobe front to front. We could see the Mobe 5 front. Only time will tell. You know, we get down the list. There's some tricks that only a few of these skiers do. The flip ski line back from Alexei Zornacec, we've seen that before. So we're going to have to pay close attention to see what Martin Coleman does on pass number 2 here, Dano.
Well, Martin, being the first skier off the dock, knows he had to set the tone. He's developed a run right here, which he believes will solidify him a spot in the next round. Can he, will he stand it up? It starts right here. And he's going to take that cut outside the wake in the reverse position, going back-to-back Mobe, and then back-to-back Mobe from the opposite side. Over there's the front flip, back in. There's a flip half twist. Then from the opposite direction, coming in reverse, that's a half cab roll. Up and over, line over 540 right there, and then back in the opposite direction, 540, up and over, line over 3, gets set back up. There's a 540 back to front. A fist pump down there at the end. A lot of action in a really short time, a lot of tricks, and Martin Coleman definitely doing his job out here. He has come to the Masters with one thing in mind, and my friends, he is doing awesome out here. So stoked to watch that. That's the way we want a trick event to start. as he cuts back to shore. Give it up for him from the Czech Republic, Martin Coleman.
Two ski line fives there, Dano. You think, well, it's not too big of a deal to exert that much effort in 20 seconds, but I can tell you this, after all of those flips and to get all the way down the lake and to complete two 540s over the line, that's when the fatigue starts to set in. Martin able to pull it out. That score is going to be well over 10,000 points. We're going to have to see if it's in the ballpark of 11.
You know, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he didn't take a breath for that whole 20 seconds right there. You know, thinking so hard about those tricks and of course the order of which you want to put those tricks, and of course the execution of those tricks. A lot of things going in your mind. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he forgot to catch his breath throughout that run. Nonetheless, guys, a solid first pass, or solid first skiing right there. From that man, Martin Coleman. We're going to move into our next skier. He is a past U.S. Masters champion. In fact, he has a two-time U.S. Masters champion, taking the win in 2014 as well as 2015. This dude is well capable of getting into the 12,000 point range, and looking forward to seeing him do that here today. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up from Laval, France. Doing it for Reflex Camaro Master Line. This is Pierre Bellon.
Well, Pierre's your 2014 champ here. He's the 2015 champ here. Earlier this year at the Moomba Masters, placing second in Australia. So he's always in the mix. There's no question about it. Even though he's second off the dock here of this pack of six, this guy has been on the top of the podium more than once here at the Masters,
you know,
Dano.
Traditionally, you know, these French skiers are trick ski specialists, and there's always something really special about the way they do what they do. The one thing that I've always noticed that sticks out about Pierre's trick ski abilities are his toe turns. He has this one toe trick where his body gets almost completely parallel to the waterway area, and he's able to bring his ski back underneath them. You know, if there was one guy to go inverted on a trick ski, I wouldn't be surprised if it was this man right here, Pierre Bellon. As he comes through, back to you, Tyler. Take it away, boy.
Oh, this is going to be a different approach to the program. Look at that. Wraps in for toe O as the first trick. Interesting right here for Pierre. Motoring through these surface tricks. There's the toe wake O into toe step lino, knocks that one down. Toe step back, toe step front, into toe step 5 from inside out. Toe step back to back. Now the reverse sneaks that one in. The power. Dano, let's go back to replay.
Well, that was what I was talking about, that last lino, that 540. His body gets almost completely parallel to the water, but taking a look right here at this toe pass, you know, right here, keep an eye on his head right there as he just snaps his head around to get there. I don't know if there's anybody in the game who can knock these toe tricks out quicker than Pierre Bellon.
Well, and really interesting right at the beginning, and that's the first approach I've seen in a long time that opens up with basically a toe wrap in to start it off. Usually we see the skiers wrapping in and out of the rope for a toe 7 or a toe 5 back. A toe wrap in from the front direction. Martin Coleman's score hits the board, 10,480 points. Look at that pass number 2 for Coleman. 6,070. I mean, big points right now on these handle runs for these men trickers.
Absolutely. You know, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if each one of these guys got into the, well, obviously all of them should be getting into the 10,000, but, you know, I was guessing that we were almost going to see 11,000 point runs from each of these guys coming into this. 10,480 points to set the tone for the semifinal alone. I mean, that is a pretty darn impressive on its own. And we've got Pierre Bellon out there. We're going to bring him back through. Like I said, he is capable of getting well into the 12,000s. Can he do it? Will he do it here today? Is his focus just to punch that ticket into tomorrow? Or is he searching for a course record? You know, you never really know with these skiers. As far as it goes, they are prepped, they are ready. This is the Masters, the most prestigious event of them all. 58 years of tradition on the water, and we are getting him back into the waters of Robin Lake out here. You know, beautiful day here, not too much wind, bright sun, not a lot of cloud coverage as of right now, but traditionally there is going to be texture and rollback on the water here at Robin Lake. That's why we're giving these guys a little bit longer, about 45 seconds for that ski change out in that back pass. Tyler, I'm really excited for this. If that toe pass is what it was, I can only imagine this hand pass is going to be absolutely unbelievable. Let's check it out.
Well, I better be on my toes as I try to call this one, because Pierre looks like he has made some changes to his program. So back out, of course. There's the move back-to-back. Now in the reverse turns front flip, nicely executed into half twist. Now goes reverse, holds that edge, ski line back-to-back, back outside the wake there. There's the ski line 5 back, does some 540s. There's the move front to front, knocks it down. Pierre, our first move front to front of the day.
You know, it's a trick you don't necessarily see all the time, and I've always wondered, that's probably my favorite ski trick right now, is that front to front move. But Pierre, absolutely beautiful execution on it all across the board, guys. If you weren't impressed, you must not have been watching. So go ahead, give it up, Masters. Make some noise for Pierre Bellon.
Oh, yeah. Take a look at pass number 1, 4,320 points. I'm going to tell you, Dana, with that move front to front, if he got all those tricks in, he's going to be up into that 6,500 range. Again, we are live webcast all around the world. We've got a great fan base down in Australia who are pulling all-night parties. Again, Gus Mitchell, thanks so much for tuning in. Dano the Mano here, and bringing this action live here at Robin Lake. Conditions ideal. Dano, and you take a look at yesterday, today, weather's about the same. We did see the wind pick up a little bit in the slalom and jump event, but right now, perfect out here at Callaway Gardens.
Absolutely. This is what the Masters is about. This is what you expect out of the Masters. The beach lines are already filling up. The grandstands are filling up. I see the legend Wade Cox out there in the stands watching this trick event go down. So many other great pros hanging out, legends, future legends are here with us. Stoked to have you guys watching us live on webcast at masterswaterski.com. I do want to remind you, you guys see that link at the top of your screen? We'll go ahead, copy it, paste it, and post it as your status in Facebook. Let everybody around the world know what's going on right here out at Callaway Gardens. But right now, let's get on the water. Originally from Paris, France, now out of Windermere, Florida. He is the owner of Florida Ski School. Give it up for this man. This is your 2016 Moomba Masters, your 2017 Moomba Masters champion, Frank Desboyaux.
Oh yeah, Frank Desboyaux already 2017 on the top of the podium.
Absolutely, but rewind the clock, 2016 here at the U.S. Masters, he took a 3rd place finish. At the Moomba Masters, he took a 3rd place finish, and these were some heavy heats of trick skiing. But then at the Nautique U.S. Open last year in October, it was a 2nd place finish with a score of 11,450 points. I know this dude. He comes over, trains with my roommate Adam, the Sledgehammer Sellmeyer, and these guys are on point. Frank is a trick ski specialist, guys. This is what he focuses on. Let's see what he can do in pass number 1 as he comes in that toe hold position.
All right, so he's wrapped up in the rope. Oh, there, toe wake 5 there. Some side slides, getting it done. A unique run once again. Surface back-to-backs. Spinning in and out of the rope. There's the toe wake O. Toe step lino gets caught up a little bit, but great balance there from Frank. Toe step 5 into toe step back-to-back. Holds edge and gets the reverse in. Again, Dano, they're throwing some curveballs in these programs as we go back to Frank in replay here from the inside out. That's a 540-degree turn in the toe hold from inside out, and you can see He knows how important those little tricks are, those little side slide 90-point tricks. He even put them at the front of his run, got one of those in, traveled all the way down the lake, completed that. All stand up. Now it comes down to the judges. These skiers have been tinkering a little bit this year with those runs, Dano. They know that 11,000 point mark is probably what it's going to take to get into the finals.
Absolutely, and you know, like I said earlier, Frank, a true specialist. One of the things I truly respect about Frank Desboyaux also, though, is the level he's at, but what he's actually doing outside of tournaments. He's out there in Windermere, Florida. He's getting new folks on the water. You know, traditionally a guy at this level would be training the next generation of high-level skiers. Frank, yeah, he's definitely down to do that, but his focus is getting new people on the water, introducing them to the lake life, introducing them to water skiing and just towed water sports in general. The guy's got a Groupon coupon down in Orlando, Florida, so I mean, if you want to ever get a set for like 35 bucks, he's a great dude to hit up for that Groupon. But, you know, I'm out on the Butler chain all the time with some of my friends. I got a buddy out there with that G25 that I'm out trick skiing behind, and I am always seeing Frank out there, and he's always pulling people on 2 skis, teaching people to get up on a slalom. Pretty impressive stuff. So for those of you guys watching out there, if you want to get behind that Nautique 200 and you're down in Orlando, hit this guy up, Frank Desboyaux. But,
and Dano, you know, right now Frank's is at the far end of the lake. We touched a little bit on the ski changes, and I can see here on the handle runs with a 42-inch ski, and on the toe runs a 40.5-inch ski. So, you know, again, the tinkering with the skis, the runs, everything here in 2017, Frank's getting it done, and now the texture has picked up a little bit, which is a welcoming sign here on Robin Lake for these competitors, is that ski will hold a little bit better as they travel in and out of the wake.
Absolutely. I've actually moved up to a 43.5-inch trick ski because I have all my focus on is booting big airs these days. I like loading up the boat and going out there, and you know, Frank's riding that radar trick ski for this pass, and you know, he's gonna put down some really, really impressive feats of action here in this trick ski division. You see him popping back into the water. One thing I want to mention is that interior on that Nautique 200, guys. Design your own Nautique at designyourownautique.com. Build it from start to finish there. Save it in your profile, and you know, get with your dealer, and they'll get that thing put on the line and brought to your backyard ASAP. Here he is, guys, originally from Paris, France, now doing it out of Windermere, Florida. Radar skis, Nautique of Orlando, performance ski and surf, reflex bindings. Frank Desboyaux setting up right here, right now. Let's check this out. Sets up in the reverse position, going back-to-back mope, and then back-to-back mope from the opposite direction. Regular stance, there you go, big front flip. Then from the opposite direction, there's roll to revert, and getting caught up on his tail right there. And that is the second skier of the day that we've seen go down in that same position, in that same exact spot. Guys, first of all, go ahead, give it up for Frank Desboyaux out there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just bring this back to instant replay right here, and let's take a quick look at what exactly happened. Everything looked perfect as Frank came into pass number 2, starting off, of course, with those back-to-back mobs, that front flip, and then it was right there on that roll half twist. Somehow, I don't know if he just over-rotated a little bit, but taking it out on the tail of his ski, and you know, that'll happen. Folks, once again, you guys want to get out on the water with Frank. If you're ever down in Orlando, Florida, he's the owner of Florida Ski School. They're right there out of Windermere. Pop on Groupon, get yourself a set with him. Absolutely unbelievable. One more time, folks, for Frank Desboyaux.
Breath and count to 10, just count to 10. I'm gonna make it rain, so ring the bell. I know it all too well. Switchblade on the edge of your wrist. Can I get a witness? 'Cause agony brings no reward for one more hit and one last score. Don't be a casualty, cut the cord. Don't be a casualty, cut the cord. It's been 1 week since you looked at me. Cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry. 5 days since you laughed at me, saying get back together, come back and see me. 3 days since the living room. I realized it's all my fault, but couldn't tell you. Yesterday you'd forgiven me, but it'll still be 2 days till I say I'm sorry.
Hold it now, I want to hoodwink. Does it make you stop think? You'll think you're looking at Aquaman. I summon fish to the dish, although I like the chalet Swiss. I like the sushi cause it's never touch a frying pan. Hot like wasabi when I bust rhymes. Speak like
All
me
right,
and
well,
rhymes, because
something
I'm all about
interesting that I've never seen happen here at the Masters. Frank's getting back up after a fall on the trick ski, and they're taking him back down to the end of the lake. I'm wondering what's going on. I don't know if we're in some sort of re-ride situation here, but
Well, and it's kind of, we don't really discuss re-rides too often, Dano, and it could be for boat speed, it could be for something in the course, it could be all sorts of factors that play into why the judges elected to give Frank a re-ride. But regardless, it's a great situation for Frank going down in the middle of his run right there on that tail side edge of that half twist, and he'll come back in, and they're going to score it like he didn't even run past number 2. So a gift here from Frank. Let's see if he's able to capitalize on pass number 2.
well, coming into this event with so much momentum, the training regimen from Frank has just been on par as of late. And of course, with that win at the Nautique Moomba Masters back in March, he'd love nothing more than to take that third place finish out of 2016 and turn it into a victory right here. He definitely has what it takes. Can he will it? It all starts here in the semifinal round. Frank Desboyaux getting ready to come back for pass number 2. Let's see if he ends up starting this run the same way as he did with 1. Starting off in that reverse position, going back-to-back mode, then from the opposite direction. Here's going to be the front flip. All right, guys, this here it is. That's the roll. Didn't take it to half twist. Takes that roll to half twist. Back in. There's the half cab roll. Then going to body over 540 right over there. Line over 540 in the opposite direction. Back over, guys. Frank is just linking it up, getting up over that line. A couple of back-to-backs to finish things up down there at the end. Not too shabby. My question to you, though, Tyler, is it enough?
It's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be in that 11,000 point range. We're looking at mid-10 right now with our current leader, Pierre Bellon, with 10,710. Martin Coleman with 10,480. It's going to be close as he comes into the dock. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Frank Desboyaux.
Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. We'll get wild, wild, wild. Wild, wild, wild. So you think I got an evil mind? Tell you
What that means, Dano, is we are into our top 3 seeds here in the Pro Men Trek event. Adam Pickos, Joshua Bryant, Alexei Zornacec, and then we're going to move right into the O'Brien Junior Women head-to-head with O'Brien, and I always look forward to that each and every year. You're not going to want to miss the action all day long. The slalom events will follow that by head-to-head big dog, pro men wake skate, wakeboard, and then jump all day long, Dano. The action, we're going to be bringing it to you live, and really, today is the day that these athletes try to punch their ticket to Sunday into the final round to hopefully be crowned a Masters champion.
Well, absolutely, and it would only be fitting for this guy, no doubt. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to us from Coral Springs, Florida, he's a Pan Am champion. He's a 2015 World Trick champion. This is Adam Pickos! The Pickos name synonymous with trick ski action. Of course, his father, one of the all-time greats, one of the legends and Hall of Famers, Corey Pickos, also his coach. Adam's out there riding that D3 hard edge for his hand pass, the rubber edge honeycomb. I believe that's going to be what he's going to use for his toe pass. You guys can stop over at the D3 booth, check out the latest and greatest from those guys, find out about their demo program. They'll send you a ski right to your house. But right now, we're going to get ready to bring Adam Pickos down the line for his first of 2 passes. Adam, of course, deep into 11,000 points, I believe, with a personal best of over 12,000. We'll see what he can do right here, right now. Back to you, Tyler.
All right, so we're in the toe hold. Watch the speed on this toe hold pass from Adam Pickos. Getting it started. Here we go. The speed. Toe 7 front to front into toe 5 back. Toe wake back to back into the reverse. Toe back to back's reverse into toe 5 front. Toe wake O. Now to the toe step line O. Into toe step back. Holds that back position. Toe step back to back. Now into the reverse. Look at the air on that toe step. Toe 5. Knocking it down. Crisp and clean. No mistakes on pass number 1 for Adam Pickos.
No, continuing the trick ski tradition and the Pickos name out there. Adam Pickos putting down a fabulous first pass, man. Man, I'll tell you what, we're talking about the toe tricks from Pierre Bellon a little bit earlier, but Adam Pickos, man, this kid as well, he is an artist. That trick ski is his pen and that water is his canvas. What an awesome run that was. We'll see if he can put together some big points on that one. My guess is yes. We'll find out as we set him down. He's going to swap out skis. We'll get him back up. We'll get him back through the course here in a moment. That gives us a quick opportunity to talk about the official graphic supplier of Nautique boats. Universal Products is, of course, here with us this year at the Masters as well as at the Big Dog World Tour. Universal Products provide creative design and has manufactured all Nautique graphic products since 1995, including hull graphics, 3D rigid multicolored textured badging, logos, and designators. Universal Products is proud to meet the universal graphic needs of Nautique boats. I also want to talk about the official prop supplier of the Masters. We're talking about Acme Marine, a valued official supplier to the Nautique boat brand. Don't settle for imitations. Dial in the performance of your boat with a precision-made and professionally fit propeller from Acme. Visit acmemarine.com today. It's the only name in props I know.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. So, Adam Pickos, Dano, I'm going to go out on a limb, and that can be dangerous sometimes, but I believe that pass number 1 by Adam Pickos might be the highest scoring toe pass that we've seen here this morning. So getting set and ready, switched out the ski, getting ready for the hand pass. Adam Pickos, the speed in which he tricks, and that's one of the reasons he has a personal best of 11,870 points. He's knocking on that door of that 12,000 point barrier. Pickos coming back in, and he is going to be looking to do some big flips here. There's no question about it, Dano. Let's see what Adam Pickos can do on pass number 2. He is outside the wake, and here we go. Starts off with a ski line 5 back, into ski line 5 front, now into ski line O, into the back position, ski line back to back. Now goes front flip. Nicely performed. He's right next to the wake on his landings. Let's see what he can do here as he sets himself up for the Mo back to back into the reverse. Man, that's consistency. Pass 1, pass 2, no bobbles, smooth rhythm through both programs.
Yeah, man, even the fist pump that he does out of that last back-to-back, that's definitely that Pickos style on that. I'd score points for that trick alone. We're going to bring him back to shore. He's stoked, he's pumped, guys. Will it be enough? We'll find out as he comes back to the Shoreline Masters Pavilion. Give it up for Adam Pickos. Great to see the Pickos family here. Support Adam out there on the water, the trick ski specialist. As we continue to move down the line of skiers here, we are coming down to the final 2 athletes of the trick ski semifinal. Of course, following the trick ski semifinal, a little bit of a change in course. We're going to get onto the water with some slalom ski action, both with the juniors, the pros, and the big dogs. It's going to be a phenomenal morning. And then after that, guys, we've got wake skating, we've got wakeboarding. And I want to go back to what you were talking about, going out on a limb and saying something. Yesterday, I went out on a limb and said that we would see a double flip in the wakeboard semifinal round. And in fact, I put a punch to my stomach by you on the line. And in fact, we did see that double flip go down exactly when and where I thought it was going to happen.
Well, Dano, you should be very thankful that you don't get a punch to the stomach for me today. man.
Trust me, I know. I was definitely worried. But right now, let's get back at it. Our next skier representing Nautique Boats, Doak Skis, Katie Skis, Maple Skis, comes to us from Australia, representing out of Orlando, Florida, and Rollins College these days, 21 years old, took second place here at the Masters in 2016. He was the collegiate world champion, as well as taking third place at the 2015 Worlds on the water, Joshua Bryant. Another name that's been coming to the Masters as long, or probably much longer than I have. I remember Josh's sister out here skiing back in the early 2000s. And of course, the tradition continues to move on through Josh. Josh, of course, over the last 3 years has just had some major breakout performances, both in the under 21 as well as in the pro divisions of trick skiing. The kid is an overall skier as well, an amazing slalom skier. He can get the pop and the hop off that ramp as well. But it seems to me like his focus as of late has been here in the trick event. We're going to bring him through for Pass 1. Let's see what he can do.
Josh Bryant coming in on Pass 1, so close to a top podium finish last year at this tournament, placing second in the 2016 Masters. Let's see what he can do here in 2017. There's a toe 5 back into toe wake back-to-backs, surface back-to-backs into toe 5 front, toe O into the reverse. There's the toe wake O, beautifully performed toe step line O, toe step back, holding that edge, toe step back to back into the reverse toe step back, turns front. Do we see a toe 5? We do. The toe step 5 from Joshua Bryant, getting them all in on pass number 1.
Absolutely, another great pass right there. You know, the tone was set from the first skier of this heat. And here we are almost to the end of the semifinal round, and we are continuing to see what we could almost call the most progressive trick ski action that we have ever seen. Now, I'm just getting some shout outs through social media and through some text messages as well. Getting a shout out to Adam Pickos from our friends Jim and Daniel Powers. They got to spend a bit of time with Adam back at the Pan Am Games in 2015. Adam got gold. Daniel took silver in wakeboarding. So great to have those guys watching. I love the support of the wakeboard family watching the webcast. I don't know if they're watching the webcast just because they're waiting for the wakeboarding, or if they actually love all of the different towed water sports aspects. My guess is the latter. They love watching towed water sports. A lot of the wakeboarders actually used to be skiers.
No doubt about it, and there is some crossover there, Dano, and we've been seeing that in the trick event. I mean, you talk about the likes of Erica Lang, even Tara Benzel that we'll see, or Tara Benzel-Mikasic that we'll see later on, who performed as a trick skier here at one time and now has made their way into the wakeboarding event.
Well, you know, and you know, even on the wake skate side, Brian Grubb has a brand new HO Syndicate slalom ski. We've been going out and riding with T-Gas, and we've been out on the Butler chain, and Grubby, 34 miles an hour, is getting really deep into 35 off right now, but he only takes maybe 3 slalom sets a month.
That's awesome.
It's pretty impressive.
All right, Josh Bryant, pass 2. Here we go. Let's see what he can put together. He's right up there with Adam Pickos as far as pass 1 is concerned on high point value in the toe hold. Here goes the handle. There we go with some Mo back-to-backs, turns front, over the top, front flip, back into the wake for half twist back roll, now into the reverse, holding that edge once again, goes half cab, skis back into the wake. There is a 360 over the line and goes for the reverse and getting caught up in the rope, Dano. An unfortunate fall at the very end, so it's going to come down to the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Joshua Bryant.
Well, Calendars back to the dock. We'll let you guys know PTM Edge is the official mirror of the 2017 Nautique Masters. Machined from aerospace-grade billet aluminum, the PTM Edge mirror boasts an HD prescription-grade lens with a viewing angle of 140 degrees, allowing you to follow your skier or rider from wake to wake without having to turn around. All PTM Edge mirrors are designed, engineered, and manufactured right here in the USA. They have a booth on site in Vendors Row. Stop down, give them a visit. PTM Edge, the world's premium ski, wake, and surf accessory. All right, the final skier of this trick ski semifinal. Gentlemen, a veteran coming to us right now these days, doing it out of Orlando, Florida, Central Florida, where he lives and trains behind his very own Nautique 200. He is the 2016 Moomba Masters champion, 2016 U.S. champion. He's a world champion, the national champion. He is your current reigning and defending U.S. Masters champion and trick ski world record holder. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alexei Zornacec. Rocking that red bib, indicating he is defending Masters champion. Alexei Zornacec just recently setting another world record behind that Nautique 200. Now, is it still pending, or have they officially called it, Tyler?
You know, I've been following that world record, and if it's not been certified, it's very close in the works. So Alexei Zornacec here, the defending Masters champ. This is a guy that's going to have some unique tricks that no one else does in this competition. Do we see the ski line 7? We might. Do we see the ski line or the flip with a ski line in it at the very end? Maybe. Anything can happen. Alexei, very versatile out there on the trick ski. It just depends what program he elects to go with. He's had the opportunity to sit back, relax, watch the competition to know exactly what he needs to do to punch his ticket. And here he is, Alexei Zornacec, outside the wake, skiing in, back out of course. Big mo back-to-back into the reverse, stomps it. There's the front flip, and now he goes into the half twist back roll, into the reverse direction, edges back in. There it is, the flip with the ski line, into ski line 5 back, ski line 5 front, ski line O turns back, into ski line back-to-back. Alexei Zornacec. Now, Dano, it happens so fast when he does that flip and puts that line down as he's coming back towards the wake, but we can see it in replay here.
Well, absolutely, and sending some more shout-outs out there. Bill Porter and the crew at Performance Ski and Surf down in Orlando, watching us live on webcast right now. Of course, Alexei is a performance-sponsored athlete, but really my favorite part of that trick run was his first trick. That was the biggest back-to-back mob I've ever seen. He floated it, and that, I'm hoping our photographers got the photos of it, because that belongs inside of a textbook. Alexei Zornacec coming through with what was quite possibly the biggest hand pass of the day, and we're gonna set him down. We're gonna bring him back through for pass 2 for that toe pass. Before we do that, I wanna let you guys know Rockstar Energy Drink is in the house. Rockstar Energy Drink is designed for those who lead active lifestyles, from athletes to rock stars. Available in over 25 flavors at convenience and grocery outlets in more than 30 countries. Rockstar supports the rockstar lifestyle across the globe through action sports, motorsports, live music, and more. Check them out at rockstarenergy.com. They sponsor the biggest wakeboard contest worldwide. And tonight, following our jump semifinal men division, I'm going to be over at the Rockstar Bus recording a live episode of the Golden Mike podcast. I've got like 5, 6, 7 athletes from all across the board in Toad Water Sports. They're going to be joining me up there. You guys can join me as well. I'm going to be giving away a ton of free swag, including a free Go Puck. So that's a portable power. So make sure you guys don't miss out. Rockstar Energy, great to have them with us back again here at the Masters.
Here we go, Alexei Zornacec getting set and ready for pass number 2. Joshua Bryant scored 9,290 points, so taking a look at it there, I don't know if that's going to be enough to get back in to the finals this year. So needing kind of the final results. I'm still waiting. I haven't seen a score from Frank Desboyaux yet hit the board, and we'll keep you posted on that. Taking the top 4 into Sunday's round, Dano, and Alexei Zornacec looks like he's geared up. He's ready to go. Touching on it a little bit, how big that Mo back-to-back was in that first pass. As you travel into the wake, he arced that ski up towards the sky rather than across the wake, allowing him to get tremendous clearance. And Zornacec, one of these guys that have been here for a long, long time, coming in on pass number 2, knows exactly what he needs to do to punch his ticket into the next round. Let's see what Alexei can do here. Coming in behind that Nautique 200, all wrapped up. It looks like it's going to be some type of variation of a toe 5, and it is going to be a surface toe 5 back into toe wake back-to-back. Now into the surface back-to-backs. There's the toe wake O. Now the toe step lino goes back into the rope for the toe step 5. Dano, there's a very difficult maneuver. Now another toe step 5, just going down the lake with toe step back-to-backs. Alexei Zornacec, that inside-out maneuver, he wraps into the rope, spins out, and then at the last moment of the 540 steps over the line. His pass number 1 score hits the board at 6,420 points. He might be your new leader and trying to punch his ticket into the next round. Give it up for Alexei Zornacec.
All right, Tyler, we're going to wait for a score. We're going to do a course change. We're going to have a special guest up here with us in the announcer's tower in just a moment. So hang tight as we wait for that score for Alexei to post. We'll announce what the semifinal is going to look like, and we'll be right back in just one moment. Let's go to a quick word from our sponsor.
Flushed with hardworking American folks that what they want to do is they want to come in every day and provide pride and craftsmanship. They want a quality product driven by the blood, sweat, and tears that they put out there. And nothing speaks America more than that.
All right, well, welcome back, everybody. The Noise of the North, Dan Lamano. We are here at the 58th Masters presented by GM Marine Technology. And I've got a very special guest with me up here in the announcer's tower, the Robin's Nest from PCM Marine Engines. I got my good pal, Trey Thurman, up here. Trey, what's happening, man?
What's going on, Dano? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing absolutely amazing, but more importantly, dude, how are you doing, and how are you enjoying the Masters so far?
Oh, we're doing great. We're loving it here, obviously. We have a great time every year at the Masters. Super stoked to be part of the 58th Masters, continuing this tradition, bringing all our families together, our big team down here, both General Motors and PCM back behind the pavilion here, having a great time.
Well, I had an opportunity to sit down yesterday with Pat from GM Marine, and now I'm glad to have you up here. And I just want to discuss a little bit about the relationship first between PCM and GM.
Absolutely. You know, as we wanted to figure out a way to build the best propulsion system in the industry. We first started by going out and searching the world over for the best partner, and it just so happened to be that GM, our existing partner, was that. We couldn't have done any better. We couldn't ask for a better partner than General Motors, and we're just so happy to have the strength and the partnership that we have.
So what's new with what's new between GM and PCM? You guys, I know obviously. Event after event, both on the water ski and the wakeboard side, we're seeing performances that are better and better each and every single time. And obviously a lot of that is contributed to not only the boat, but what's inside that boat. So can you talk a little bit about some of the new technologies?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we definitely have some things kind of on the horizon, but that's I'm going to have to stay tight-lipped on that. But, you know, as we rolled out a couple of years ago our direct injection engines, 5.3 and 6.2 DI engines. Man, couldn't have asked for a better platform. They're super strong, super reliable, and all the feedback we've got is 100% positive. You know, it's great to be able to be a part of this. I know Nautique's pulled, I think we're just 27 world records. So, and a number of those coming in the past 2 years since we introduced the DI engines. So, again, just couldn't ask for more.
Well, absolutely. And, you know, obviously, the PCM brand under the umbrella of the Correct Craft brand, and you guys are under the same roof as Nautique boats, and the tradition of Nautique boats, you know, since the 20s. And of course, PCM, you know, when I think of engines, when I think of Nautique, PCM is what comes to mind. And obviously, those PCM engines have always complemented the Nautique boats. If you could touch a little bit about the relationship between Nautique and PCM.
Absolutely. It's been something that I've been around my entire life, being from a family-based business, and it's been exciting to see a quality brand like Nautique and a quality brand like PCM partner up years and years ago to just continue to bring to the market the industry's best boat and propulsion system. It's great to be a part of that.
Well, absolutely, no doubt about it. All right, so how many Masters is this for you? Now that we've done the tech talk, how many Masters has this been for you?
You know, going back, I'm gonna take a guess that it's somewhere around 20. From back when I was a little kid, I remember the last couple of days of school coming in and getting ready for Memorial Day weekend and getting excited about being able to come down to Georgia and be a part of this event. Used to play in the water's edge back behind us, and I'm glad to have my children here with me now doing that same function today.
Do you have a favorite event here at the contest?
I'm always a big fan of jump. You know, I like seeing people get out there and put it all on the line as they go out trying to strive for the best.
All right, cool. Hey, so tell me a little bit about what's going on down at the PCM and the GM booth this weekend.
Well, we've got members of our team, members of the GM team, just sitting out there wanting to meet the people that are around, share our product with these people, answer any questions that we can. We've got cutaways of the direct injection engines, our full marinized DI engines. GM, we got some giveaways back there, so everybody stop by. Absolutely. Everybody stop by, and we'd love to shake hands and meet as many people as we can.
All right, now, obviously we got a great crowd here on site, but there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people watching us live through webcast this weekend. If any of them want to find out more about PCM Marine Engines, what could they do?
It's always hit us up on the internet, www.pcmengines.com.
All right, very good. Well, Trey, dude, I'm going to make sure I get down to the booth, stop by to say hello. I recommend you guys here on site, and those of you who aren't here, get down there. They've got some awesome giveaways, swag, stuff we all get. Plus, you got some tech heads over there. They can talk all about those engines, right?
Absolutely.
All right, well, there it is, guys. Trey Thurman, Director of Operations over there at PCM. Trey, I thank you so much. Guys, I'm Dana Lamano. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be back with Pete Surrett from O'Brien here on the microphone in just one moment, live at the 58th Masters, presented by GM Marine Engine Technology.
Perfect night to dress up like hipsters and make fun of our exes. It feels like a perfect night for breakfast at midnight to fall in love with strangers. Yeah, we're happy, free, confused, and lonely at the
All
same
right,
time.
well, back at it, no
Miserable and
commercial.
magical
We got Pete Surrett from O'Brien up here. This is our traditional spot. You always are up here right before we go into slalom, which makes sense because, Pete, slalom is like your favorite event, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is where I came from in the sport, was learning to slalom ski at a very young age, and yeah, we love to support it out here.
Well, so you're here with O'Brien, and O'Brien has been a great partner and sponsor of the Masters, well, for how many years now?
Well, Brian's been doing it for a long time. This is my 25th. I actually, last night after conversation, went and looked. There was 1 year that we missed here back in the mid-90s sometime, so this is 25 years.
Wow. So what is like your most standout memory of the Masters?
There's a lot. Obviously, back in the day, watching, Bob and Chris LaPointe and Andy and Kyle Roberts, all those guys, And now coming up, it's, one of the reasons why this next event we like to sponsor is the juniors. These guys are unbelievable. The levels these guys are skiing at is very close to the level all those pros are skiing at back in the 90s and early 2000s. These guys are incredible out here.
Well, one thing I really got to hand to you guys over there at O'Brien is the development of the junior athletes, both on the water ski side and the wakeboard side. And I've always noticed it. You guys always seem to have your fingers on the pulse with that. What is it about the junior skiers that O'Brien sees so much worth in?
Well, I mean, they're the future of the sport. So if we can get them in here when they're young, and again, like you said, the wakeboard team, Kobe Mikasic, who's our team manager, has been in the sport for a long time. We rely on him to kind of come to us with all the young guns. And, there's a lot of great talent out there. A lot of guys from Australia, European riders, U.S. riders. It's all over the world. And he does a great job of bringing that wake team together for sure.
Absolutely. And now tell us a little bit of, now obviously O'Brien is a name synonymous with water sports. O'Brien's been around since 1964, arguably like the longest lasting towed water sports manufacturer of its kind. Year after year, you guys come out with great new products. Of course, I remember back when I was working the pro shop, we could not keep those Andy Mapple 6 AMs on the shelf. Of course, for many seasons, I was skiing that O'Brien Siege, another ski that was a staple in the line. But what's new over there at O'Brien?
Oh, I mean, everything from soup to nuts. So we've got the new G5 slalom ski over there. We worked with Drew Ross and Glenn Campbell, two of our skiers, to develop that ski. We've got that over there. We're actually working on a little secret we can let out of the bag. We've been working with Corey Tunison on a new board for him that will get released later on this summer. So we know he's very excited about that. And then everything else to have fun on the water, whether it's a stand-up paddle board. We've got our water carpet down there over on the beach for the kids to play on. It's all about whatever we can do to put people on the water and have fun.
All right, so before I let you get out of here, we're about to go into the O'Brien, the head-to-head with the junior skiers. It's going to be a battle between the winner of yesterday's women's slalom, junior women's slalom, as well as the runner-up. Now, can you tell us a little bit about what makes the head-to-head event different than what we saw maybe yesterday in the slalom semifinal and finals for juniors?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, number one, gives these kids the opportunity not to just ski on Friday, but to come out here and ski on the weekend, ski right before the pro skiers do, give them a feel of what that pressure's like. But they get to do it head-to-head, so it's kind of catch me if you can. Get out there, run your best. Skier two's going right out behind it and going to try and catch up. Best person standing wins.
Absolutely. Well, we're really excited to watch it. The juniors put out some exciting passes out there yesterday. The scores were unbelievable behind the Nautique 200, and today on the main stage here with the stands filling up, I think that we can expect some big numbers, a lot of buoys from these junior women.
The conditions out here are awesome. I mean, this is so far been a great weekend. Hopefully it continues on through the rest of the weekend, but yeah, looking forward to some good scores here today.
All right, so you guys have the entire lineup of O'Brien products over there at the O'Brien booth here on site over there in Vendors Row. For everybody here to check out. For those folks watching live on webcast right now, or maybe for those folks who are just enjoying laying on the beach and they don't want to get out of their seats, how can they find out more about the O'Brien brand?
Oh, just head on over to the website, o'brien.com, check it out. A lot of blog posts, a lot of our writers adding some content up there constantly, videos, all kinds of fun stuff, how-to videos, trick videos.
Podcasts.
Podcasts, absolutely, Dano. We got to put that plug in there. Hey, I like the new gold mic, by the way. the way.
Yeah,
That's nice and shiny.
I had to get a new gold mic after traveling around with the same one for 4 years. It lost its luster. It still sounded great.
There you go.
But yeah, we're back at it. So, well, Pete, want to thank you so much. You guys heard it right there. Give us that website one more time.
Yeah, it's www.o'brien.com, or you can also reach out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the fun stuff, social media stuff out there all the time. Yeah, we're very happy to be here.
So for those of you guys online, check out o'brien.com. For those of you guys here on site, Pete's going to be down at the booth all day long, so get down there and chat it up with him, a total water sports enthusiast himself, and a guy who's been here for 25 years. So you have, well, you've basically seen, well, I wouldn't say you've seen it all because it's almost 60 years here in Callaway Gardens, but you sure have seen a whole heck of a lot. So
we appreciate it, Dano. Thank you very much.
And I thank you very much as well. Guys, there it is, Pete Surratt. Go check him out down on Vendors Row over at the O'Brien booth. Folks, Tyler Boyd, Dana Lamano, we've got the O'Brien head-to-head coming up next. It's going to be Alejandra de Osma and Jamie Bull going head-to-head on the water in this junior women's slalom final. These two girls were top two. Yesterday, of course, Jamie taking the W out there in a slalom. So really excited to watch it go down. And here we go. You see that Nautique 200 coming down the line. Tyler, let's break it down.
All right, that boat's going to be a constant 34 miles an hour. Now this is the head-to-head, and it looks like Jamie's going to come out first at 28 off of a standard 75-foot line. Now that boat is going to be 34 miles an hour. It doesn't stop. It doesn't wait for you. You got to keep up with it all the way down the lake. Jamie Bull, your champion yesterday, making short work of it there on pass number 1. Dano now, she's going to sit down at the far end of the lake, and Alejandra de Osma is going to come back and have to match that score. She is not only going to have to tie, or she cannot tie Jamie Bull, she has to overtake Jamie Bull if she's going to be the champion here in this head-to-head battle. So it's kind of fun, you know. You do the head-to-head, old school, you know, Dano. This is where the intensity, maybe a little trash talking happen on each end of the lake. Who knows? But it's a really, really fun atmosphere for these juniors to be here on Saturday.
No doubt about that. And these head-to-head events always seem to bring out a little bit of more extra excitement here. Of course, slalom skiing, in my opinion, one of the most exciting aspects of tow-to water sports. That line gets shorter and the speeds pick up buoy to buoy from skier to skier. It's pretty insane. We're going to get our next skier coming through. It's going to be Alejandra de Osma. I'm sorry. It's going to be Alejandra de Osma from Peru coming back through. Had a pretty solid ride yesterday, breaking out here in Junior Masters. Back in on the main day, day number 1, semifinal day. Here we are, the O'Brien head-to-head Junior Challenge. And Jamie Bull coming down the line, getting that first buoy around number 2. Nice, smooth, easy, silky pass to 3 and around number 4. Big spray over there at 5 and making it over to number 6. There you go, Jamie Bull standing it up. Another solid pass. I'm sorry, Alejandra de Osma. Right there, finishing it off there. So
they both make it look so easy and smooth. I mean, really, if you compare the two passes there, Dano, similar styles here in the head-to-head.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got the skiers on the water. We've got some cool stuff happening here on site on Vendors Row. Some giveaways, some opportunities to win some free stuff. I know you guys can sign up there over at Overton's. They're also going to be doing over at the Eagle tent. They are going to be Masterline Eagle. They're going to be giving away a Eagle vest signed by Nate Smith. So make sure you guys go over there and find out all the details on that.
And also, Dano, PTM Edge. Go to the PTM Edge booth today before 2 p.m. to sign up to win a free PTM Edge mirror. Now, these mirrors are valued at $400, Dano, so you want to make it over there. Winners will be selected and announced at 3:30 p.m., and you must be present to win.
No doubt. Also some other chances to win. Post a photo, something Nautique, hashtag Nautique Masters, tag Nautique Boats at Nautique Boats, and you guys are going to be entered to win a Super Nautique G23 remote control boat. Here's Jamie Bull, pass 2.
32 off for Jamie Bull behind that 200, around 3 over to 4. Dialed in, much like she was yesterday when she won the juniors. Here into the head-to-head, Jamie Bull unfazed.
All right, well, we're going to bring Alejandra de Osma back down the line to follow up Jamie Bull in this head-to-head battle. Getting ready to join us up here in the announcer's tower, the Bird's Nest. We got the president of the Nautique brand, Greg Malloom. We're going to get his mic turned on here in a moment. We're going to talk a little bit about Nautique. We're going to talk about the Masters. We're going to talk about Toad Water Sports. We're going to talk about having some fun.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt. So here we go, guys. You can see that Nautique 200 down at the end of the lake, getting set up with our skier, getting ready to get back up out there. From Peru, Alejandra de Osma put down a super-duper solid set yesterday in that junior women's slalom division. Alejandra getting 1 buoy at 38 off. Of course, Jamie Bull taking the win with 3.5 buoys at 38 off. So how it goes right now, as Tyler said, Alejandra is challenging, basically challenging Jamie Bull out there. Alejandra going to have to beat the score of Jamie Bull. So things are definitely going to get interesting as we shorten that line length up. I'm going to hand it back over to you, Tyler.
Here we go. Alejandra needs this whole pass here at 32 off. Look at this style. I mean, the release off the second wake as she comes back into the buoy makes it look so easy. And just waiting on number 4 right there, Alejandra de Osma. I think she's looking to put up a pretty good fight here against Jamie Bull in this head-to-head. So they're going to be coming back at 35 off a 12-meter line.
All right, well, looking forward to watching that go down as Greg Malloom joins us up here in the announcer's tower. Good morning to you, Greg.
Good morning, Dano.
All right, dude, well, we got some awesome slalom ski action. Any thoughts so far?
What a beautiful day, huh, Dano? It's just perfect out here. I'm excited to see the skiing on the water. We've already seen some great trick skiing this morning, and now getting into this slalom event with the juniors.
No doubt, man, and it's great to see these juniors out here and having the opportunity to have their moment on the water here on the big day. You know, how special is it for these skiers to be able, for these junior skiers to be able to ski with the you know, the top names?
Well, you know, we know they're coming to challenge the top names, I'm sure, in the next couple of years. So this is their first opportunity to get their name out in front of everybody, and you know, we're happy to provide this platform for them to come out and ski in front of the big crowd.
Well, we're gonna get Jamie Bull back down and back down the line right here as we shorten that rope line length. Another to 12 meters out there. For those of you guys who know that metric system, that's probably real nice for y'all. Right here, this is Jamie Bull. Let's see what she can do.
35 off. Nice tight turn at number 1. Waiting on number 2. Jamie Bull got through this one yesterday. Again, solid turn on that 135 going into number 5. Jamie Bull, 35 off. Man, that looks easy, Dano.
No doubt. Well, Greg, got to congratulate you guys at Nautique. This has already been a huge season with some successful events. You guys had the Nautique Moomba Masters in Australia back in March out there on the Yarra River, and I heard it was a bigger event than ever. Talk a little bit about the showing out there.
Yeah, the numbers I've heard is over 1.3 million people through the weekend coming out and seeing water skiing on the Yarra River. There is also a part of the Moomba Festival, and you know, it's an amazing place. The skiers just, they can feel the crowd, they can get the vibe. It's awesome, and you know, we love to be a part of it and promote water sports down there in Australia.
Absolutely, and obviously we know that some of the top names have traditionally come out of Australia, both on the ski side and the wakeboard side. So obviously, to support such a big event like that is a tradition that the Nautique brand will continue to push over the next many years. Another great event, we had that big wakeboard event down in Orlando. We had the Nautique Wake Open kicking off the season. We saw some great performances from the riders out there behind the Super Nautique G23. We've got Alejandra de Osma back through. This is 35 off. Let's see if she can make it through, Tyler.
All right, here we go. A good turn at number 1. She's going to need this whole thing, so she needs to stay aggressive here early. Going over to number 4, Alejandra off to number 5. Look at that turn and load out of the buoy at number 5. She is on her game. Dano, what's exciting about this as well, we're about to see the semifinals here on Saturday in the Masters. These juniors are setting the pace really for that event, and I'm sure these athletes are looking at them going, the conditions are just outstanding here in this head-to-head.
No doubt. You know, obviously a little bit of texture on the water, but these athletes have trained for this. They're ready for it. And, you know, it's Callaway Gardens, the Masters, Robin Lake. There's no other lake that really holds the prestige that this place does, and the tradition as well. And the Nautique brand, that tradition, 58 years here at the Masters. And I know you're not quite 58 years old, Greg, but how many Masters is this for you?
You know, I don't even know, Dano, because I used to come as a kid, and then there were some times we didn't make it out here, so I can't even add them up. But every time you drive into Callaway Gardens and you make that curve down here, you come across the dam over there, and you look across at the pavilion, and everything's set up. It's just an amazing sight. There's no other water ski wakeboard site I've ever been to in the world that's like this.
All right, well, we've got Jamie Bull back up. This is 38 off, guys. Right here yesterday in the final round, Jamie Bull was able to get 3.5 buoys at 38 off. Let's see what she can do here today.
Can she get through 38 off? Terrific start at number 1. Off to number 2, a little bit slow at number 2. Tries to turn 3. Can she get outside of 4? It's going to be so close. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jamie Bull.
All right, so Tyler, unofficially, what are you calling on this one?
It's going to be close. I don't know if that was a quarter or a half, or if she displaced the buoy to the inside. You take a look at replay. I mean, to even turn number 3 and then somehow sacrifice the body to get outside of number 4, terrific effort. It's going to come down to the judges, Dano.
No doubt. All right, well, we're going to get her out of the course there, and I've got Greg Maluna up here. And Greg, already this year, I believe, 4 or 5 world records behind the Ski Nautique 200?
Yeah, well, 3 pending world records have been set, 1 in slalom by Nate Smith, and then also in tricks this last weekend at the LCQ. A couple of the Nautique athletes put up 2 new trick scores for men's and women's world records. It's been an amazing start to the year. We're getting ready to see some big things happen, I think, this weekend as well.
Well, even on the wakeboard side, I mean, you got to hand it to them. Harley Clifford, for the 2nd time ever, putting down a perfectly scored 100-point run behind the G23. That happened out at Moomba, and performances like that are once in a lifetime, but with the G, it's twice.
Well, you know, both on the wakeboarding and the water ski side, the season started out right out of the box, right where it left off last year. It's amazing that the performance level can start right at the top and continue to progress and grow the sports. And, you know, at Nautique, we take it seriously to go out and make sure the boats can drive that and allow the athletes the best opportunity to perform and put their best performance on the water.
Absolutely, and and we're getting ready to see, you know, traditionally here at the Masters, these skiers really put it all out onto the water, and I think we're getting ready to see a little bit of that right now as our next skier gets set back up. Alejandra de Osma, she is going to challenge Jamie Bull. Did we get an official buoy count?
I never got an official word, but she's going to need to get outside of 4, no question about it. Alejandra, nice turn at number 1. Around number 2, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Early into number 3, can she turn number 4? She can turn number 4. Can she get out 5? That's going to be your champion into the head-to-head, so how about that? Alejandra getting 2nd yesterday, but winning the head-to-head this morning.
You know, and Greg and Tyler, it just goes to show that anything can happen here at the Nautique Masters, and you know, the strong, consistent pull of that the 200 out there. Man, we are continuing to watch, you know, fantastic performances across the board. So an official word of 4 buoys at 38 off. Greg Maloon, any thoughts on what we just watched?
Well, you know, one of the cool aspects of the sport is when you do this head-to-head competition, you actually get to see them on the same line length, back-to-back. You know, it comes down to who can put out the best performance. Of course, their strategy goes into who's first and who's second, but it makes for a great sport, great opportunity to see who's going to win this thing, and we're getting ready to roll into a different style of qualifying here, where it's going to be everybody skis all the way through their lines, and we take the best of the scores and go from there. So, but it's it's fantastic. It's great to see the sport happening right here in the water in front of us.
All right, so you talked a little bit about Team Nautique across the board, from the skiing side to the wakeboard side. You guys have the best athletes in the world. Talk a little bit about what it takes to make Team Nautique.
Well, we have some of the best athletes. They put fantastic performances out there, but it's also about people that know how to make our boats better. They know how to drive us to be better. They do a lot of things to help the community around them, and either on our mission trips with Nautique Cares or participating in other things locally that they do in order to get people out, like Wake for Warriors. And so, that's a big aspect of it. Of course, we want them out promoting the brand and promoting the sport all around the world, bringing people into the sport of water skiing and wakeboarding and wake surfing, and growing the participants we have in this great sport that we all enjoy.
It's all about that exposure, right? And, I do want to talk, we talked about the team. Now I do want to talk about the product itself, the Nautique boats. I remember being here at the Masters a few years ago when you guys introduced the electric Nautique 200. I was there for the debut of the G23. I was there for the debut of the GS series. Now, I know that I've recently been to the Nautique factory, and there were some closed doors. What's new? What are you guys cooking up over there?
We have a tracker on you, Dano, and when you come in the factory, there's an alarm goes off, so the doors kind of automatically close at that time, or we at least keep you thinking that as it goes down. But no, we've always got some fantastic things we're working on. We want to progress every sport that we have that we work in, all the technology in the boats, and continue to make it more user friendly as we go. And we want to continue to build great boats, and so we're going to be pushing multiple sports in multiple different directions as we bring new technology and new models to the marketplace.
Well, speaking of making great boats, you guys have obviously been doing something right, because I also noticed a huge addition to the Nautique factory.
Yeah, it's this last year we got to move into an expansion. We've been in our new facility for a little over 10 years now, so we marked that with some changes. It was a good opportunity to get in and see what happens. The G23, G25s that we build today are a lot bigger, a lot more complicated boats than what we were building when we moved into the factory. So we took the opportunity to kind of reset how we do production and how our engineering and design teams space work. And so we've made a great expansion. We've been running at record paces throughout this last year, and we've got a lot of hardworking team members back at the office making sure that boats get out the door and get to customers for this summer.
Well, you and I can sit up here and we can talk about how great the product is and how well the boats are built. But what I've always respected about the Nautique brand is the fact that you have open doors for the public. So if anybody wants to come out to the factory and check that out, what would they have to do?
Well, we run tours every day, and we would love to have you come out. If you come to our website, nautique.com, you can get more information. You can email us and tell us you're interested in coming to the factory and getting a tour. A few rules you have to follow that you can find on there, like make sure you wear shoes and not sandals. But we have a great experience for people to come see boats being made daily. You're right in the middle of things, getting to see it happen. Get to talk to some of our team members as they put the boats together, and they're all passionate about their job. Passionate about doing a great job and building a quality boat and making a Nautique better than we ever hoped it to be. And so it's a great opportunity to see what they do and get a feeling for what a Nautique makes a Nautique.
All right, so tell me a little bit about what's going on over at the Nautique tent before I let you out of here.
There's lots of things planned throughout the day. First off, make sure you stop by and sign up to win one of the great prizes we have there.
Giving away a GoPro today.
We're giving away GoPros. maybe some Nautique remote control boats or something along those lines. So, we got some great door prizes. Also, Team Nautique's going to be posting up over there sometime later today. You're going to be announcing Dano, and so that's a great opportunity to go meet your heroes, go see them firsthand in person, and go talk to them, ask them what they love about their Nautique.
All right, and then for those folks out there in Webland who want to find out more about that Nautique brand or you or anything Nautique, what do they have to do?
Well, Nautique.com is where everything's at. Everything from the Ski Nautique to the G Series to the new GS Series, which blends the best of both of those boats. And so you're going to learn everything you need to there, videos and all kinds of walkthroughs and everything about the boats. But go see one of our local Nautique dealers. You can find your local Nautique dealer on the web there as well. Of course, social media, you're going to see posts from all over the world. Nautique's being run in some fantastic places, and it's a good opportunity to identify with not only our Nautique photos, but our customers, and get a few throwback photos here and there as well.
That's right, and while you guys are at it, might as well design your own Nautique as well. One of my favorite features that you guys have out these days. How often are you designing your own boat?
I go in there and I check that out a few times a year, make sure that I know what I may want to do for a next boat or go around. But I was able to get a 2017 G23 this last year, and it's been used some there off my boat lift. I need to use it a little bit more, but it's a fantastic boat, and so I think my wife and daughter got more say on the colors than I did, but that's how things go.
All right, well, there it is, guys. This is Greg Maloon, the president of Nautique Boats. Greg, I want to thank you so much, my friend. I'm sure I'll have you back up here. Folks, you want to meet him, go on down to the Nautique tent. He'll be hanging out all throughout the rest of the day. And Greg, all I can say is just enjoy this year's Masters, man.
Thanks, Dano, and thanks, Tyler. You guys have a great day up here. Enjoy the skiing's happening in front of us.